The following episode of Dad vs. Daughter was made possible by a contribution from Asmodee. Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad vs. Daughter. I'm Tim the Dad.
I'm Megan the daughter.
And today we are playing Raptor by Matagot and Asmodee. This is like a Jurassic Park game.
Yes.
One player is the dinosaurs, mainly the mummy raptor and the baby raptors, and the other player controls the scientist. Now this is a two-player game only, so there is the board. The board can be set up a number of different ways. This just happens to be the way we're setting this up. You'll notice that we have these neat little 3D volcanoes, I guess is what they are, or mountains. Those go on the free space, and those block line of sight, because line of sight is very important. Mm-hmm. So, Megan, why don't you go ahead and explain like the player board and such, because really this is your game.
Yes.
Because you were the one who got to demo this at Gen Con last year.
Yes, it was. So I am taking the part of Mummy Raptor, so I get the Mummy Raptor board. So this basically tells you everything you need to know, the cards that you have. It will give you descriptions of the types of cards that your opponent has, your actions you can do, win conditions, lose conditions. So this pretty much tells you everything you need to know for the Mummy Raptor. And the Mummy Raptor has different abilities than the Scientists, which are on your board.
Right. Do you want to talk about how the Mummy Raptor wins?
Okay, so the Mummy Raptor wins if 3 of her babies escape. So the babies have to make it out and through the little exits here and there.
The little half circles.
Mm-hmm.
And you need 3 of them, and there's a spot on your player board for those 3.
Now you win if you capture my babies.
If I capture 3, and I have a space on my player board up there.
Show them the player board?
For those that. Okay. I also have on mine 5 gas shells. Whoops. And basically, when I have line of sight with the Mummy Raptor, I can shoot her, and these gas shells go off, and they flip over to the Z's. Now, if Mummy Raptor ever gets 5 of these, then the scientist wins.
Mm-hmm. So this is what the scientist board looks like. Same thing as the Raptor, but scientist side.
This talks about all the abilities of my cards, and this shows what your abilities are.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's that. You have also a special ability with a couple of your cards, specifically numbers 5 and 7 are the fire ones. So you are allowed to place fire tokens on the board.
Yeah, I've got 10 fire tokens here. Fire! So I can place those adjacent to my scientist or adjacent to another fire token. Mm-hmm. Now, the Mummy Raptor can put these out, but they cannot move through them.
Only the Jeep can.
The scientists can move actually through them as long as they don't stop on there. But if they run over them with the Jeep, then the fire is actually put out.
Okay, so I get to start with putting the Mummy Raptor anywhere on the board. I'm going to put her there. And then I put a baby raptor in each other section of the board here. So we're just going to put them like that.
You got one that's asleep.
Oh, I do. Okay.
Because when the baby raptor goes to sleep, then they go down on their side.
I could also frighten your scientist.
Yeah, that is one of your abilities.
And I can also eat your scientist. So if he was here, you just go.
Actually, it does say kill.
Kill.
It doesn't say eat, but it does say kill.
I am going to eat him probably, so.
Now, I can place 4 of my scientists. I will place one here and one there.
The scientist tokens on the shape of the L-shaped tiles.
And you'll notice these are the L shapes at the ends. Let's go here and there.
Okay. So you have 6 remaining scientists you can call upon for aids. And all my babies are on the board, and I have to protect my babies.
Okay, so let's talk about the cards, because this is kind of where everything centers around.
Yep.
Each player has 9 cards, and you'll notice they are numbered 1 through 9. And you choose your cards, and then you reveal them simultaneously.
From a hand of 3.
From a hand of 3, that's true. You always will have a hand of 3 at the start of your turn before you select any cards.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you chose the lower number, then you are going to be able to do the action that is on the card.
Yes.
If you chose a higher number than the other player, then what you do is you take the difference. So say Megan chose a 6 and I chose a 1. I will get to do this action or do this ability.
Mm-hmm.
Megan will get 5 action points that she can spend.
Yep.
Because that's the difference between 6 and 1.
So my actions would include, let's see. My actions include moving a baby raptor up to 1 space, or as many spaces as I have the points.
And the scientist can move a scientist 1 space or as many points.
So I can move the mother in a straight line without it being blocked. And I can kill a scientist, I can wake up a baby, or I can put a fire out.
So what I can do as a scientist, Megan, why don't you just go ahead and read those as well?
Okay, so what you can do is you can move a scientist 1 space, you can set one of your frightened scientists back up, you can put a baby raptor to sleep, you can capture a baby raptor.
And for both of those, I have to be adjacent. And the adjacent thing is not diagonal. I have to be next to it.
Yes.
So either basically 4 possibilities.
And the only way you can shoot a mother raptor is line of sight. So if your guy was there, you could easily shoot the mama.
Yep.
So yeah.
Okay, so let's go through what each of the individual cards mean.
Okay.
So my number 1 is I get to put a baby raptor to sleep, and it has to be on the same tile that I am on. So
Yes.
the tile is this square, and you might be able to tell through the video that how the tiles are different. And then I also take all the cards back that I've played and shuffle them back up into my draw deck, because when you play a card, you're going to leave them face down so the opponent can tell... Face up, yeah. So the opponent can tell what you have played. So that was number 1. Number 2 is I get to place 2 reinforcements on the long edges of the board. Now, the long edges are the sides, basically, right there. And it specifically says not the L shapes. So that was 2. 3 is the Jeep action. I can move basically 1 figure in a straight line, as many spaces as I want, without hitting any obstacles. And I could actually use that on the same one. I could make a 90-degree turn if I need to. Number 4 is I can put 2 baby raptors to sleep. Number 5 is I can place 2 fire tokens. 6 is I can place 2 more reinforcements. 7 is I can place 3 fire tokens. 8, I can move 4 Jeep actions. And 9 has no effect. So you play this when you want to have a lot of actions. So why don't you talk about the Raptor cards?
Okay, so the Raptor cards are kind of pretty much the same thing to some extent. So my number 1 is I can relocate a raptor or baby raptor to the same tile that the mummy raptor's on, and I get to then reshuffle all my cards. Number 2 is the mother raptor disappears. So she is taken off the board. I let my opponent do their actions, and then I get to place the mummy raptor back down on the board, and I get to peek at one of your cards coming up.
Well, you get to peek at the card that I select for my next turn.
Yep. So then 3, I can frighten one of your scientists. 4, I can call 2 baby raptors to me. 5, I get rid of 2 sleeping tokens on my board, or I can wake up 2 babies, or a combination, wake up 1 and get rid of a token. 6 is the same as number 2, so I can disappear with that one. 7
and look at the next card I pick.
7, then again, I can do the same thing, combination, or get rid of tokens and wake up babies. 8, I can frighten 2 scientists, and 9, again, no action.
Okay. So it's really a pretty easy game. So there's not a lot to it. It says the playtime is like 20 minutes. So let's shuffle our cards up and we will play. Okay, so we have shuffled our cards up. I'm going to move these so everybody can see the cards that I'm playing.
I'll do that too. Okay.
All right, so because my number was lower, I will get the action. So I can put 2 reinforcements down. Well, let's just go right there and right there.
So I have 2 actions.
Turn him.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to move this one here, and that one's just going to go there.
Yep. And now you draw up.
Yep. 9.
7. So I get to place 3 fire tokens.
Why are you starting jungle fires? I
Um,
mean, only you can prevent jungle fires.
that is true.
So why are you starting them?
I don't know. Why am I
But
starting?
why are you going after my babies?
Well, you know what the scientists say? We didn't start the fire.
It was always burning.
It was always burning since the world's been turning. Yeah. So let's go ahead and we'll put 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there.
Okay. So draw back up.
You get 2 actions.
2 actions.
Yeah,
Yep.
I forgot your 2 actions.
Forgot about that. I can actually take out all those fires because it's next to me, and that means all of them that are connected.
Yes.
So that was kind of a pointless move there.
So you have 1 move left.
Let's move that baby.
Or 1 action, I should say. Now we draw
Now I
it.
can draw up. 4.
8. So you can.
Move my babies to the same tile. There we go.
And they can't occupy the same space on a tile
No.
either. So I get 4 action points.
Mhm.
So I can go 1, 2,
Oh,
shoot him for my 3rd,
that's just not nice.
and move him up for my 4th.
Okay. And draw back up. 5.
2. So I
Okay.
get to put 2 more reinforcements down. So I think I will put that guy there
Mm-hmm.
and this guy there.
Right there. So I get 3. So let's do.
You can wake up a baby if you need to.
On a neighboring space. Can't do that.
With your ability. Oh, you're getting the action.
Yeah, I'm getting
Sorry.
the action.
Yes.
So
Actually, yeah, you only get you get 3
I get 3
action points.
actions. So I'm gonna go.
And it does tell you on the side of your
Yep.
board what your action points get you.
Go 1, 2, and then 3.
Okay.
Three. You're frightened. Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm so scary.
Yes, you are. So I only get 2.
Yep.
So let's go 1, 2.
Okay. Seven.
9.
So I can wake up my baby. And that's all I can do because there's no other sleeping babies and I don't have any tokens. So,
So I get
2
2
moves.
actions.
Yep, 2 actions.
Well, let's do. Let's go 1, 2.
Okay. Okay.
Move this down a little bit more.
One.
4.
Take my baby. And I get to shuffle up.
So I get 3 action points.
Yep.
So we'll go 1, shoot him for 2, and move him up for 3.
Stop shooting my kids.
Now, I will point out that the turn that a scientist gets frightened, he cannot be woke up
Nope.
that turn. So, and I also will point out I only have 2 cards left. So since I have no draw pile left, all of my cards get shuffled and reform my draw pile.
7. So
So-
when that happens, it is null.
Yep, it's just basically a wasted turn.
Yep. Six.
4. So I can put 2 to sleep. Okay, so since I am on a neighboring tile, I can put him to sleep.
Okay.
And that is the only one that I can put to sleep because the other one is asleep.
Yep. So I get 2 actions. So I'm gonna go 1 move there and kill you.
You like making that sound effect every
You
time
have to make the sound effect, otherwise it's not valid. It it says it in my version of the rule book.
your version.
I don't know about anyone else's, but in mine it says you gotta make the sound effect.
All right.
2.
9.
Wow.
So
She's gonna disappear.
I get 7 action points. So
I
I'm
don't
gonna
like where this is going.
capture that one for 1.
That was a lot.
And I also will point out that the same scientist cannot perform what they call aggressive actions. They can't perform more than one, which is either shoot mama, shoot a baby, or capture a baby.
Yep.
So he cannot shoot or capture anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So that was 1. I have 6 more. Let's go 1, 2, 3.
So that's 4
So I have
total. Because you picked this one up for
Right.
1, and then 2, 3, 4. So you have 2 more. Or, yeah.
and I would go
Right? You have 3 more.
So I
Wait,
had
what do you
I
have?
had 7 total.
Yeah.
So
2.
1, 2, 3,
3.
4.
You have 3.
So 3 left.
Yep.
So I would go 1, 2, and put her to sleep. I'm assuming that's a her. Your little baby.
I mean,
little
it
baby
could
girl.
be a boy. I just know the mummy raptor's gonna go rawr. She's gonna reappear, and then we draw back up, and I get to see the card you are going to be playing.
I'm gonna play that card.
Gonna play that one. What was that again?
It's an 8.
It was
I'll
that
just
one.
go ahead and play it down there so you can see it.
Okay, I'm gonna play 4. So that baby's gonna come to me, and so is that baby.
And it's important to point out that that only works on babies that are awake.
Yep.
Sleeping babies can't
You
answer
don't
the
want
call.
to disturb a sleeping baby.
So I have 4 moves left.
Yep.
I can go
Actions.
actions, and I can just do that for 1. And I have captured 3 baby raptors. That's just how fast this game plays.
That was a little too fast for the mama raptor's liking,
Yeah.
but it is a fast game.
I sometimes think the scientists have an advantage in this game based on what they can do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It all depends also on the setup too, with how you have the shrubbery placed.
The shrubbery, yes.
Because if you're having a lot of obstacles, it makes it harder for you to get around, and then
Yeah, and in this setup, the shrubbery is kind of more on the edges.
yeah.
So you were
There's
not
more
able to
open.
kind of play hide and seek. Although I never did shoot the mama raptor this game.
No, you didn't.
Because I usually shoot her a lot.
But I did kill you.
You did kill a couple of my guys. I also this was one of those games where I was able to get a lot of my scientists on the board.
Yes.
It seemed like in the last couple games that we've played, you've really prevented me from getting those
Yeah.
guys out there.
And, I mean, it's all luck of the draw too. So,
It is.
and with that, we will get to what we think. So I'm gonna start because I was the first one who had ever played this game. I really enjoy it. I think it was really cool. When we played it at Gen Con, I really liked it, and I wanted to get my hands on a copy of it, especially because it was 2-player. So that was really a pull for us because I knew we could play it.
And we don't have a lot of games that are strictly 2-player.
Now, and there aren't a lot of games that are strictly 2-player either.
Well, there are. We just don't have them.
Yeah, true. Okay, that we have then. Or that I know about. But I do like this game. I think it's cool. I don't feel like, I don't know personally a lot of dinosaur type games. There probably are out there. I'm just not
Yeah,
well versed in them.
I know there's like Dominant Species, and there's a few others.
Yeah, but in my gaming world, I don't know a lot. So this is pretty cool when you want that Jurassic Park, Jurassic World theme, So that's interesting. It's good theming though. I like it. I like all the artwork on the cards. I do like these little bushes. These are just really cool.
I don't think they're bushes.
Bushes, shrub. They got vines growing on them. I don't know.
I think it's supposed to be big rocks.
Big rocks.
Like volcanoes.
I just call them
I don't know.
shrubbery. Because that's a fun word to say too. Shrubbery.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you think? Because this was like the first time you really played it when we got it.
That is true. And you always make me be the scientist. I never get to play the Raptors. And maybe that's the way 2-player games work, where you have to choose sides. Maybe, leave us a comment if that's what your gaming experience is like, with your gaming partner in 2-player games, because that would be interesting to know.
We could switch it and do a different game
We could.
and have you be the mummy raptor.
We
We
could
could do that.
Yeah, maybe next time we'll do that. Give me a chance to see what it's like to be a dinosaur. But you know what I do? What I want to do now is I want to watch Jurassic World.
I do too, just because of Chris Pratt.
Yeah, he is the alpha.
I know he is.
But no, I like the game. The designers of the game, some of you guys may have heard of this.
Bruno and
these,
Bruno.
These are the two Brunos, Bruno Cathal and Bruno Feduti.
They have interesting names. It's very good with alliteration.
You know, and I think that they have put together a really nice, tight game. I mean,
yes.
the box says 25 minutes. You saw how fast we played this.
Mm-hmm.
Most of our games, this was the shortest game I think we've ever played.
And it all depends on setup, because we change the setup each time too.
That is true.
It's also luck of the draw, like I said before.
But I think the artwork on the cards is really kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I do want to point out on the back of my card here that this guy here looks like Hugh Jackman from the movie Australia.
I kind of see it.
The drover guy, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And you know, Hugh Jackman,
No.
he's Hugh Jackman's,
That's your
he's
man crush.
Hugh Jackman. All you got to say is Hugh Jackman.
Oh, okay.
But you know, that's cool.
I don't know.
But like I said,
so who's the other dude with him? Who do you think that guy looks like then?
well, I think that's supposed to be the guy from Jurassic Park. Sir Richard Attenborough. But yeah, I mean the artwork on the cards, like I said, is really cool.
I just have a raptor on mine, Mummy Raptor.
Well, even the other side of your cards are kind of neat.
I have this guy who's frightened. Looks like he's almost, he's going out for the night. Nap potty break.
The little guys. These remind me of the little army men guys when I was a kid. Whoa!
Oh, you're gonna knock your army dude down.
I know. The detail on these is kind of cool. Of course, I have to get up close and personal in order to see him. But this guy I've named Clayton.
And what have you named this guy?
That is Clayton.
You've named all of your guys Clayton.
All my guys are named Clayton because of Disney's Tarzan, because he was the guy that was going through the jungle hunting gorillas. So
but these aren't gorillas. These are little raptors.
That is true.
These are cute little innocent little baby raptors that you decided to shoot and capture, and it just wasn't really nice.
But you know, that's what happens.
Apparently.
And like I said, I didn't even shoot Mama Raptor or Mama. Yeah, Mama Raptor, Mummy Raptor.
Mummy Raptor.
Sorry, I have to say that, Mummy Raptor. But no, as a two-player game, I really like it. It's like I said, it's tight, it's fast. It's pretty much everything you want in a little two-player game.
Yeah.
Okay, one of the things I don't think we actually mentioned about the tiles is they are actually double-sided. So you can either choose a jungle setting or you can choose like a desert setting. So that's pretty much all I have to say about that. Everything else is really good, component-wise and everything.
Yeah.
So good game. If you need a good two-player game, go out and get this.
All right.
So we will catch you guys next time.
Bye. Like and follow us on Facebook to stay current on our show schedule, sneak peeks at future shows, and to interact with us.
And as you can see, this game has been Gerberized.